I feel like you could also put a sermon on if you want to. Preach. Don't do that, I mean, God gives you that call. You might be on a pulpit.
I know. You know what? Don't say that, Jess. Don't do that, Jess. No.
It is Up Above Entertainment, and we are sitting down with some of our artists from Up Above Entertainment. And today I welcome Slim Simaa into the room. Thank you for being here.
I'm always honored to be here.
Yeah, so we've got a special little connection going on. You know, you and I are both Capricorn, winter babies.
The goats. We end the year, then start the year.
Yeah. And you just had a birthday.
Just had a birthday, December 26th, 89.
89.
A star was born.
Okay. Yeah, speaking of that, let's jump right into A Star is Born. So I do want to talk about your relationship with Up Above Entertainment. So you have been an Up Above Entertainment artist going on a couple years now. Right. So tell me a little bit about how that happened.
It's been a great learning experience. Like, this is my first time even being signed to an entertainment label. So I'm actually honored to be signed. Like, I'm taking all the highs, the lows, the ups, the downs. I'm rolling with it. Like, long as I keep going, I know everything gonna get better. Because, it's my faith and my trust in God. Trust, I pray for everything. Prayer works. So, yes, I've been having a great relationship. I love the people who I work with. Like, you know what I'm saying? I thank God just for bringing Up Above, even just putting them in my path. Like, everything happens for a reason. And I came to Texas, and God led me to Texas, you know what I'm saying? And I didn't know anything about Up Above, you know what I'm saying? But I was scrolling, and it's like God put my eyes on the prize. God say, right here. And it's like I came, I went through the battle. I went through a lot of tests, I had to do a lot. I had to persevere.
Yeah, so for those that don't know, there was a talent show competition. Right. So talk about that flyer and what drew you to participate in the talent search.
I saw Flip. When I saw Lil Flip, I'm like, okay. Because being honest, just coming up as a kid. Mm-hmm. Now who they want? Flip. Game over. I mean, that was me. And coming up in middle school and high school, plus I played ball, plus I had a best friend. They call her Flip.
Okay.
So me and her, every time they come on, I used to tell her who they want. Flip. And we used to just go hard. Like, another song, him and David Banner. Real does get down on it like a pimp. That was another one of my favorites. You know what I mean? So I watched, coming up as a kid, I watched Lil Flip. I watched those people. They are legends in my eyes. So, that's what led me to Up Above, just being honest. Because I didn't even know about it until I saw Flip on that flyer.
Right.
And I was holding the talent search, and I came, I got connected, and it's like this is what God wanted me. And it felt as if this was home. And ever since then, I've been rolling with it. Good, bad, highs, lows, no matter.
Yeah.
I know everything gets better with time.
So what was your experience with the talent show? Because you talked about that there was like challenges and things you had, obstacles. So what were some of those things? Did you have like a challenge that had to be done?
I had a very difficult challenge. Being picked from over 40 people, that's a big challenge. Because you got different talents, you got different people coming from all over. But it's like that certain talent stand out to certain people. And people recognize a star, and they recognize their talent when they see it. And it's like, I prayed through it all, and I know that I have what it takes. I know what type of person I am, and I know what I bring. I know I have that energy, their love, their light, and I know people, and I make people smile, laugh, just doing what I do. It's something I love to do, so yeah.
So, let's talk about your upbringing, because I do want to get to know about you. We've talked a little bit, and I do know that you are from the Boot. Mm-hmm. You are from, next door neighbor, Louisiana.
Baton Rouge.
All right. So tell us about what it was like growing up out there and how that led you to become the artist that you are today.
Born in Baton Rouge, raised in Clinton, Louisiana. Small town, small country town.
Oh, I passed through Clinton. I don't think I've ever stopped in Clinton. Yeah.
10, 15 minutes from Mississippi.
Okay.
People probably don't even know that. But it's like small country girl with big city dreams. As a little kid, 3 years old, I can remember I was in my grandmother's living room, and her mom was living, my great-grandmother. But she was old, she was in a wheelchair, and she was kind of, halfway transitioning. But I remember it was my 3rd birthday, and I had a keyboard, that strap that you hold around your neck, like Prince used to have.
Yeah.
I had one of those with the mic. And my favorite song was Poison.
from
Little girl, I
Belle Biv
remember that
DeVoe.
song.
Yeah.
And I used to, and that song, it was my third birthday, and that song, my mama played that song. Da, 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 and I used to have that piano every time. She used to be in front of me in her wheelchair like this. But I was like, it's like I know she was enjoying it. I was her entertainment, so she'll just be sitting there, and I da, 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 girl, I must warn you. So I'm like, that. I always knew I was a star. As a kid, I watched Whitney Houston. I watched Michael Jackson. I watched Prince. I watched these people literally coming up. So it's like I kind of had that in me. Like I was raised in a church. So I got the church background as well. So it's like everything is instilled in me. Like from singing, I used to sing in the choir. I used to lead songs as a little girl. My grandmother made me. Sometimes I didn't want to, but
Interesting, because I know you as a rap artist. But you do a little singing.
I could do a little something, Jessica, a little something. But yeah, like Whitney Houston is my favorite female artist. That song, and that was my song. My auntie got married off of one, her husband sung to her one of those songs. I Will Always Love You.
Yes.
I forgot the name of the song, but it was another song by Whitney Houston. But that's always been one of my, her and Michael Jackson. Always. Yep. As I got older, coming up in Baton Rouge, I got hip to No Limit.
Oh,
Cash Money.
Oh, yeah.
So, it's like I have that background.
It was a whole movement out there.
Yes, it was a whole movement down there in Louisiana. You got No Limit. You got Cash Money.
Yep.
Then here come Boosie Webb and them. Here come Trill Entertainment. So it's like I was in the mix with everybody, plus other big artists they had in Baton Rouge coming up as well, like Max Minetti, Young Reddy, CeeLo. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot. And I tell
it's a lot cooking over there.
It's really a lot of talented artists in Louisiana that really get overlooked. So I want to be the person to make it so I can go back and reach for those people and bring them up. That's always been my dream, to help people, even with homeless, and the kids.
Yeah. So I know you performed, you said, in front of your grandma, in front of your family.
Yeah.
But how did that lead into, you growing into being an artist? So like, were you already writing as a teen? How did that go out?
I'm finna go and give you the whole rundown. This started before COVID, 2019. I was already in a spiritual transformation, just going through a spiritual awakening. Just because seeing things in a different light. My mind changed about a lot of things. I changed, just the way I look at things.
What caused that?
My grandfather died in 2016. And from there I just felt like everything just got bad. Just everything just started.
Do you want to elaborate on how bad? What were you going through? Share with us what you were going through.
Like just going through job after job, job loss, having money, literally money. I've been having money problems for a while, just really being honest. But it's like, no matter what, I was doing more with less. I never let money stop me. Even when I didn't have money, I didn't complain. I stayed grateful. I stayed humble. Most people can't survive or live without money, but me, it's on a different level because I don't look at money. Like, I remember starting off singing, even with my family, I started off in Baton Rouge performing. I remember being excited. Started writing in 19. This was before COVID. I didn't drop my first single until 2020, mind you, but I started writing in 19. I just started praying, just asking God to show me my purpose, leading, show me, because it's like I wanted to change. What I was doing, I just felt like that's not what God wanted me. It's like I always knew I was bigger, something bigger in me, but I never knew what it was. And I knew I had a ear for music. I always loved music. I've always been into music, but I've never seen myself being an artist, just really being honest. I've actually had dreams of being a basketball player.
Really?
Being so honest.
But do you play?
I was a bad player in high
Oh,
school.
what?
My lowest scoring game was 13 points. But I literally scored over 20 points every game in high school, and I wanted to go to a college, but I kind of had like a little jam in high school where I kind of got messed up with my classes. So I wanted to I started attending like a junior college so that I can transfer. It didn't work out.
But life be lifing.
Life started lifing,
right.
And I started jumping from job to job, just trying to find a way, just trying to find my way. And so I was like, I've worked jobs, years, come on down the line, but it's like, when I hit that 30 mark, I was like, something got to change.
Yeah.
So in 2020, I can stop being scared. I've had to put that fear aside. Just wanted to go to the studio and just try it. Went to the studio for the first time. And the dude who recorded me, he was like, he had to stop. He say, how long you been doing music? I told him, I say, literally, I just started. And he looked at me, he say, just started. He say, man, you sound better than some of these artists that's out right now. So from there, it's just like, it just started coming out of me. Like I just started going with the flow. I picked up the pen and I never stopped writing. And then, just coming up, I was excited, just going to shows, just seeing how the artists come in with their people and their family, how they family and people show up for them. Mm-hmm. Don't get me wrong, my first show, I invited, my family, my people, just being honest. But it's like, I probably had like 2 or 3, like 2 family members and 1 friend that showed up. Right. Like just out of all the shows that I'd have rocked in Baton Rouge, from Baton Rouge to New Orleans, even coming to Texas, probably I can count on one hand how many people really showed up for me since then. It's been mostly strangers, just being honest. And it's not to knock nobody, it's just me being honest. But it's been mostly strangers with me. And it's like, me starting off, I used to look at other artists with their family, how they family come in and turn over, how they people. And I'm like, damn, I need more my support at, Because it's like, I show up for everybody. I don't mind helping nobody. I get a shirt off my back. But it's like, when it came to me, I didn't get that same energy back. So, as the years went by, I started resenting people. Literally, I started resenting people. I started isolating myself out from people. Like I didn't want to be. I didn't even want to be around my own family. It got to that point, you know. So it's like, I started just doing things, just trying to connect and reaching out to other people. Just trying to make friends in other places. But it's like, it worked for a while. But I'm grateful for the people that I ran into. The experiences, the love and light that they gave me. Even if it didn't work out as a friendship, relationship, whatever, I'm grateful and thankful for the experiences, because in that experience, I learned something.
Yeah, of course.
You always learn something. It's always a lesson in everything. So it's like, as time went by, I started reaching out more. I was working a job, but it's like something hit me. After my niece and my nephew graduated, I packed up all my stuff. I had a Nissan Altima. I packed up literally all my stuff. I didn't even have a job. I didn't really have money, but I had a friend who stayed up here in Texas who I knew anytime I come up here, her door would be open. So it's like, I packed up all my stuff. I just wanted to do something different. That's when I came up here. And to be honest, it was a struggle. It was a struggle, but sometimes what would you do to get the life you deserve? Like, what would you sacrifice? What would you let go? And that saying in the Bible when they say, I started speaking too, like I started speaking God's word to people, not in a preaching way, but in a way that people understand me, just giving love and light, just keeping people encouraging. It's like sometimes I'll speak some real stuff, and people will think I'm crazy. We're not going to get into it, but it's like, but I knew I was God led in what I was speaking. Right. But it's like sometimes the things I was speaking from where I'm from.
It's too heavy for some people.
So it's like, what that famous saying in the Bible, a prophet is not honored in their own hometown. So I had to pack up my things. So that's when I packed up my stuff and I came to Texas, trying to do something different. It was a struggle. And I'm not even gonna lie, I can sit here and tell you, I struggled. I jumped from hotel to hotel, Airbnb to Airbnb. Oh man, I even slept in the car sometimes. All just trying to chase a dream, just really being honest. Wow. But it's like, as time went on, I learned. It made me stronger. Everything that I went through, even from not having the help, the support, I've been doing literally this by myself for 5 years now. And I'm not even gonna lie, it gets tiresome. It gets depressing. Mm-hmm. It makes the average person want to give up.
What keeps you going?
It's like something in me won't let me. It's like I got natural talent. It don't take me much. I could just bust a note or just catch a beat like it ain't nothing, and people just like, just make people start dancing, smiling, moving. It's like, what keeps me going is seeing people having a good time, seeing people laughing, seeing people up. Because sometimes when you give up, that makes people see, it's people watching me. Trust me. Right. I know it's a lot of people. They might not like and support, but at the same time, they watching me. So at the same time, they inspired. They inspired in privacy. They might not give me that. I'm being honest,
No,
they might
facts.
not give me that congratulations loudly, but in silence, I'm inspiring people. And that's what keeps me going, to let people know if I can do it, you can do it too. You just got to stay strong. You just got to persevere. You just got to pray. You just got to have faith. You just got to trust in God. And a lot of people give up on themselves, which they give up on God. So because giving up on yourself is like giving up on God.
Yeah, I tell people all the time, like your struggles are going to make for a great documentary when you blow up and make
Yes,
it. You
and
know, it's part of the journey.
and just being honest, I was broke. I was broke for like a whole year, but it's like thank God I had. I'm just gonna be honest. My daddy, my daddy. If it had not been for my daddy, that's been my biggest support. Even though he couldn't show up physically, he showed up for one show and that was in Dallas. But I know my daddy be having like little problems, because he got that same sciatica, but it hurt him worse.
Yeah.
My dad is older, he's 70, but I appreciate him because anything I need, he's been there. He's
Yeah.
been supporting me.
Yeah.
Fully. He like, I've been back and forth to Texas using his truck. He don't have to let me do that, but guess what? He been letting me do that. Don't get me wrong. Like I go ask my mama, but I know my mama's not really like my daddy. It's my
That's
daddy.
great. That's great.
So I've always had that support from my daddy.
So earlier you talked about how you were resenting people of not supporting you, and,
Just real people close to me.
yeah, and what you're talking about is something that I've seen other artists go through, and
Right.
so for anyone who's watching, I want them to know, how did you get over that? Do you still resent them? Did you grow past that, and how?
I prayed. I asked God to remove whatever is not of him out of my heart. Like, even though people treat me, I can't treat people how they treat me. Just I don't have a heart like that. I'm not that type of person. I'm not revengeful because I got a big God who fight for me, who got my back. I got the heart of God, literally. I really have a heart to help people and not hurt people. So it's like, even though they didn't support me, I know God is using me for a bigger purpose to show them. Sometimes God will show them that I never needed y'all. All I needed was God to get me to where I'm going. And I really started resenting people real close to me, like family, like sisters, brothers, cousins, just people who I really growed up with, even in school. Like, man, we growed up together. We thugged it out. Where y'all at when I need y'all? But it's like when y'all have something, y'all expect me to show up and be there. I can't do that no more. I'm only giving my energy to people who show me that they for me, who want to help me, who want to see me go further, who who want to see me shine, see me make it.
Yeah.
I've been around takers, manipulators, and liars all my life. People who just takers, just evil. It's like I could see that. So it's like I separated myself from that because I didn't want to be around it. That's not. I don't want that in my spirit.
Right.
So I try to keep myself around pure, genuine, good, loving people.
And I see that you have that spirit because you're very active on your TikToks and social media.
And I keep people going.
You're one of my favorite people to see because you are just hilarious. You do skits. Tell us a little bit about how that, your personality and how, you just started to just do your thing on socials.
Just being honest, I have dreams of being an actor too. I'm not, and that's what makes me a great person. I just don't have, it ain't just music. I can do whatever I put my mind to. I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me.
There you go.
So I can act, podcast, movies, sing, whatever I need to do. So it's like, some people tell me I'm more funny I don't know. People just say, you funny. And I'd be like, I don't be trying to be funny. I just say what I say, But it's like, I do funny stuff. I watch movies all my life. My favorite movie, I'm going to give you Harlem Nights,
Okay.
Life,
Yes.
and Friday.
Okay.
So those movies and Coming to America.
Oh, yeah.
So
classics.
it's like me
Most
watching
of them
those.
got Eddie Murphy in
I
them.
replay those
So,
skits,
yeah.
So it's like, I want to get into, making a new character. So I want to get into more doing funny skits too. So I got plans of doing all that. So yeah.
That's great. I mean, I like, I open up my phone and I always manage to catch one of your skits and I'm like, this girl is hilarious.
Yeah.
But also I want to hear about now your projects because you have been heavy at work here at Up Above Entertainment. We've got a beautiful studio here. You've been working with G Hertz and you've been in this studio putting in work. So I do want to talk about the projects that you're putting out.
Well, I want to work on this EP. We trying to get it together. It's coming though. It just take a little time, but it's actually gonna be called "Give Me My Flowers." Because like I've been working so hard. It's like people pretend not to see me, but I know they see me. So it's gonna be called "Give Me My Flowers." It's gonna be a great one. It's like a mixture of you're gonna get me, my feelings, what I've been going through, and how I feel, and then you're gonna get some uplifting songs, and then you're just gonna get some turn up songs.
Yeah.
It's just so it's like a mixture. It's gonna be a nice EP.
Okay.
I wanted to take my time with this one because I didn't just want to drop it. I wanted it to be a masterpiece. I want to make vlogs. I want to talk about the reason I made this song. You know, I want to give people,
Yeah,
you know, that's so I
yeah.
want to do stuff like that.
So what's your favorite track off the
Hard
project?
Times. I would say Hard Times is one of them.
So let's do a vlog now. Talk
Okay.
about that song.
Hard Times. Because, like I told you when I moved to Texas, I struggled. I went through hard times. No help, no support, you know. And it's like, being honest, my pride get in the way sometimes because sometimes I don't know how to ask for help. It's like I've been doing it for so long to where I don't really know how. It's like I just expect people to pick up on it, you know?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
That's just me. But I got to get out of that energy. If
Closed
I really
mouths don't get fed.
Right. So it's like hard times. It's not only me going through hard times. That's a song to let people know. Hard times don't last. Tough people do. You got to keep going no matter what. You know, I done been in this, it's a song to let people know I done been in the same position you in. You know, I done felt how you felt. I done been through the things you've been going through. So it's like, I want to make music to help people, to uplift people, because that's really we need more healing music because a lot of people are going through dark things. Going through dark.
Yeah.
And a lot of people have darkness in their life. And some people don't know who to talk to. Some people don't know who they can come talk to. Some people don't have people to talk to.
Or they don't have music like you do.
Right. So I want to bring that. The world needs more of that. You know, so I'm working on just a good project for people, you know, to enjoy music, to get back to that good feel. I want to bring back good music, like back in the old days, but I want to mix it with the rap, the hip hop, you know.
Yeah,
I want to bring the real hip hop back. I'm talking about with Queen Latifah type, you know, vibes, you know.
Yeah.
Like something people can.
I walked into one of your sessions and you were here talking about Free My People. So that record there, again, like, yeah, talk about that one and what inspired you.
You know what? Just look what's going on in the world. Literally. We see what's going on in the world. So much evil, so much wickedness, so much darkness, so much inhumane, like things that's not right. You know, look at, you got all this going on with the ICE agents, how they just doing. So at the end of the day, we all God's people, you know? So God is speaking. God been speaking for a long time. I just feel like God put that song in my heart just for this year because God know what's about to happen.
Right.
God knew what was about to happen. So it's like that song it just came out of nowhere, literally. And I'm like, let's rewind a little bit. Played in a band. We used to play a song. Oh, free my people. Let my people go. And that's we used to play it in the band, and that was our little symphony. So I wanted to do that to let my people know.
What did you play in the band?
I played in the band at Clinton from 2003 to 2007.
What'd you play?
Trumpet.
Okay.
That's why I got that melody and I can harmonize.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right. So you got a lot of skills.
Yeah. So I know music, and you know. So I feel like that song is to let people know God is with us. Don't need to worry. Our time coming. It's coming to a time where we're about to inherit the earth. You know what I'm saying? Well, evilness and wickedness is coming to an end, and we won't have to worry no more.
Would you say that you're a Christian rapper? For people that would hear you speaking on your
Most
faith
people
a lot.
think I'm a Christian rapper, but to be honest now, I'm trying to minimize the curse. Just do more or less curse words in my song.
Yeah, just to have better vocabulary.
Right. All right, I wouldn't say I'm a Christian rapper, but I got that vibe. People give me, because I had that song Prosper. No weapon formed against me shall prosper, but you better come correct and proper.
Okay.
Yeah, so people, that song went viral. Just let's talk about that one because, let's rewind a little bit more. They had we're going to go back a little bit because, they had some people ask me, have I ever bought followers?
Oh, on your Instagram.
Never bought. I'm going to tell you this now. Never put my credit card information in there and bought I don't even have a blue check. Never bought a follower. I'm going to tell you the reason behind this. That Prosper song, I did that video. I was on my way to New Orleans. I did that video that morning. By the time I got home with the sleep, I woke up the next morning. My followers went from 3,000 to 50,000 something.
Wow.
It shocked me. So
that
I'm like,
incredible.
I said, okay,
50?
God. Yep. And that video got 6.2 million views. Literally on it, on my Instagram.
Slim.
You ain't know that, Jess?
I mean.
When you go back and check, it's in my save reels.
Okay.
It's that I had on a white hoodie.
Okay.
The video got 6.2 million
Man, y'all
views.
go check that out. At Slim Simaa.
People all around the world, people, love that song. But it's like at the time I didn't
6 million is crazy. I'm still
and I
flabbergasted.
could have been all around the world, but I didn't have the real help I needed to help me to promote it and push it out the way I wanted to.
No, for sure.
But it was the start. I know it was the start of God pushing me into what I'm supposed to be doing. Yes.
Yeah.
So it's like, cause like I was ready to give up. I'm like, man, God, this ain't working. I talk. Let me tell you, I don't know about nobody else, but I talks to God. Like I talk to God like God sitting right on side of me, like I can see God.
Yeah.
Literally. So I'm like, if this don't work, I promise you, God, I don't want to do it no more. I say it every year and still find myself doing music. Like it's like, but just, and it was because I didn't really have the help or support. And it's like I was putting out so much money. And it's like, I'm going to lie, in this last year, money done drained me so much to where I literally was tired physically, So it's like, I was tired, but I was still pushing myself, still making myself go, still making myself do, even with less. So, yeah, with that video, 6.2 million views. Most definitely.
That's like some confirmation.
Yeah.
Like I know I'd be like, no, this is it. Like
it
gotta
did,
keep
and
going.
that's why I started back. Gave me that push, But it's like, and every day is not a good day. And I tell people, it's not easy being an artist. It's not easy, and it's not for the weak. Mentally, you have to be strong because most people give up before the promise. Most people give up when they right there at their breakthrough. They don't see it, so they give up. They feel like I done did all this, ain't nothing happening now. They go back to doing what they.
Right.
I can't go back to doing that. I can't go back to that old life because God promised me that new life. No matter how hard it get, I'm still keeping my eyes on the prize. I'm still trusting God. I'm still keep my best foot forward. No matter if I'm blind, deaf, crazy, broke, stupid, whatever they want to call me, I'm going to stay with God. I'm going to keep my eyes, I'm going to go with what God want me to have,
No, it seems like everything's working out for you. You're working at this incredible studio. There's
definitely.
also a song that I talked to you about recently, and this was just a shocker because I just didn't know. It was different than the other songs that I had already heard that you're working on.
Right.
And this was, to me, it gave me trail ride vibes, kind of like Crawfish
There
Festival
you
type
go,
of vibes.
yeah.
So it gave me that New Orleans bounce in there, but
Yeah.
also like some line dancing in it. So what is the name of that record?
It's called Still Got My Whiskey.
Still Got My Whiskey.
Inspired by Mel Waiters.
Okay, that's like my favorite.
That's my favorite. I did a video on TikTok.
You do.
Have you saw it?
No.
And that video got so many views on it.
Okay,
Even
I
on
thought you said you
Instagram.
needed to shoot one. I was like, no, you do.
I know we're gonna do that too. We're gonna make
yeah.
sure we do it.
Yeah.
But I feel like that's one of the songs that's gonna make the world move. Like, cause people need that feel back. People
It's
need
like your medicine. Like your music is medicine.
Yes,
I
and
feel
like it's like I'm reaching my generation and older people. Cause I got older people moving now. Like old, like my mama and older, they loving them. I had this like people like you'll be surprised. Strangers come up. I don't even be like looking for it. I can be out. Hey, I know you. You're that girl. But I'm glad people look at me as if I'm doing a good job. Because when they come up to me, they say, I see you. Keep doing the Lord's work. Keep speaking to people. Keep motivating people. That's how I know I'm on the right track.
because you've been moving out here. I mean, I'd seen you. You were hosting a spot out here for a little bit, a karaoke spot.
Yep.
And what's the? I want to say, how have you been received here in Houston from other artists or just?
I've met
being
great
out here?
people. Like just being honest, I've grown a family at Island Spice. Those are my people. And I appreciate them because they took good care of me while I was there. So it's like I met people, made relationships. Even with different people, I went in different places, networked. So it's like I love Texas. Texas is like my third home. So this is a place that I will always come to. This is my home.
Yeah.
So, it's no matter what, wherever I go. It's like I can go anywhere just, and it can be my home because of that, my spirit, because of the love, the light, and how people receive me and how I make people feel when they come in my presence.
Right. But
And
Houston's different.
I know Houston going to love that song, Whiskey.
Yeah, yeah.
And then you know what? I think this is the year that it needs to be dropped. Like, I really want to make the world swing out. Like, people going to feel good just listening to that. That's going to bring people back outside.
As soon as I heard it,
Yes.
I got up out my seat. I was like, okay, no, this is. I was just surprised because the music I'd heard before, it was rap. It had boozy vibes on some of it. It was just a lot of
Right.
This was more singing.
And I think this
I
is
didn't
the
know
way I
she
need to
had
go.
that in her.
What you think?
No,
I
I
think
love
this
it.
is the way I need to go.
I like
I
it.
think people, this gonna bring people back outside.
Yeah.
A lot of people not really outside, but this, I want to get people back outside, enjoying the, the groove. Like, I want to make people feel like that's just my plans, to keep people happy, because I know a lot of, it's so much things happening. So
I feel like you have that light. Like you're already at a good place, and mentally and spiritually, you're already talking and speaking in purpose, and as
Right.
it is already here.
Right.
And that, I think, is a major part of, like you said, that keeps you going, because there's so many things that tell you no, but when you know in your core that you're meant for something.
You're going to continue to do it, and you're not going to give up. It's like a force in you won't let you quit. And I've been having a force behind me, So, and that's a good thing, because like, this is the 6th year, Jess. 6-year music.
Wow.
It's 6 years right here.
Okay.
This year makes 6 years.
And what do you hope to aspire to, like, when it's all said and done for Slim Simaa? What is that for you?
I'd rather be like, you know how these days I have people called celebrities? I don't want to be looked at as a celebrity. Like, when people see me, I want them to see the heart of God. I want them to look at me like I'm a servant. Because I'm a servant first. I'm a servant for God. And that's what I tell people. I'm doing what God want me to do. And that's to serve the people.
Yeah.
Most people not doing it, So I want to be the first to change the narrative, to change the game, to show people they can be different and still have money, but do more and help God's people. Because it's a lot of people need help. Look at all these homeless people. Look at all these fatherless, motherless kids. So my biggest prayer to God just bless me with the money so that I can get as many homeless people off the street and bless as many kids as possible. That's my main prayer. That's all I want to do. Like, I don't really, God gonna make sure I'm taken care of. Long as you got a heart for God's people, you're gonna always be taken care of.
Yeah.
For real. Yep. So I know people probably look at me like a celebrity, but I'm a servant first.
Okay.
I'm a servant first, because look at me like I'm doing what God want me to do. I'm serving the people. I'm making the people happy. I'm giving back. I'm giving love, light, encouragement. Yeah. So that's what I want to be looked at.
You've expressed on how much that you've grown, but what is maybe the one thing that you've learned being an artist that maybe people didn't, or you didn't know that you were gonna have to face?
A lot of opposition.
Okay.
Yeah, and sometimes you got to be prepared. You got to be prepared for the no's. And I had a lot of no's. I'm still getting no's. But guess what? I don't let it stop me, Jess. I can't. When you're a confident, secure person, you're gonna go through a lot of no's until you get that one yes.
Yeah.
And it all comes in divine timing. So that's my reason for keep going, because I'm still blessed. God's still giving me what I need. Every time I think I can't make music, here come another song. Bam. I'm like, so it's like it just come out of nowhere. And sometimes I pick up the pen and sometimes I don't. Sometimes I just start freestyling and I write it down.
Wow.
Like, that's just me. I can come in the studio and just catch a beat, freestyle. So it's like, yeah. Yep.
So you got a lot of no's. Can you tell me about a time you got a yes and that it was just
Up above.
Okay.
Up above literally was my first yes, and that's me signing with the the entertainment.
So were you a part of the final, like,
I went
top
through all
5
the top, yes.
or okay?
I went through all, even though Creole won, they already told me we all gonna still get some kind of deal. So my plans is, even though it was small, never despise small beginnings. Never despise. And sometimes God will test you just to see what you're gonna do.
With something small before He gives you something big.
Because you got to trust God, what God is doing.
Yeah.
It start off small, but it's gonna get bigger. And I done been through it. I feel like it's over now. The cycle is over. So it's like now it's like a shift took place. Something shifted inside of me. So it's like now I'm in a more positive mindset. It's like I don't let negativity or nothing get to me. No matter what, no matter who put me down, no matter who don't choose me, I'm gonna keep going regardless, because I already know it's somebody out there that see me.
Yeah.
And that's just how I look at it. Like, I don't hold grudges. I don't get mad. I don't have time for that. The way life is going, I'm only moving with love and light.
Right.
Yeah.
So you mentioned that you have, support.
Mm-hmm.
Is there any dream collaborations that you're hoping to happen?
I actually want to get, I'm performing this Saturday in Shreveport, as a matter of fact, with Charlie Bard.
Okay.
On my mama, on my hood. So I
Yeah.
actually want to try to get him on that song whiskey with me. I think that'll be good.
Wow. You know what? That would be great.
Yeah,
That would actually make a lot of sense.
Yes.
Charlie Boy on
the whiskey song. And I'm going to talk to him Saturday.
Okay.
Sure is. I'm trying to bring it to the studio.
Yeah, come
so
to
we
some
can
projects.
do something.
Yeah, yes.
What other future collaborations? I know I got a thing coming up in New Orleans with Kid. I'd love to do a collaboration with Kid. You know, I want to do one. I actually want to do something with Louisiana artists, you know,
Yeah.
especially like Webby, Boosie, you know, even up here in Texas.
Wow.
I love Big X the Plug.
Yeah.
Like, I love me
I'm
some
from
Big X the
Texas.
Plug. Yeah. You know, he just be vibed out, rocked out. Like I want to do, like, even up here, like, even with the female artists up here in Texas.
Oh, yeah. It's booming out here.
Yes. So
Yeah.
it's like I actually want to, it's time to start collaborate because I haven't really collaborated with nobody in 5 years.
Yeah.
And I don't know why, but it's like I had a big trust issue too. And we could talk about that. Like, it's like I done been through so much betrayal, so much hurt to where it's like I really didn't trust people, you know? So it's like over time I have to get to know
the
you.
discernment got to be,
I'm a very observant person, and I
Yeah.
watch a lot. So if I see things, I'm gonna peep something, and I might fall back. But it's like, you know, but my trust is that what kept me from doing a lot of things. I had a big trust issue, but I asked God to help me with that too. You know, now I'm better with that, like, cause I know God got my back, and I know God not gonna let me go in a bad place around bad people. you know? So
I feel like you could also put a sermon on if you want to. Preach. God gives you that call. You might be on a pulpit.
I know, you know what? Don't say that, just don't do me that, just no.
Because it has been the
You know what's
entire time
crazy?
some sermon going on right now.
Like 5 years ago, my grandma scared me because she say, "You got a calling on your life. God calling you." And at that moment, I thought she was talking about coming into church to preach. I said, "Oh no, Mama, I can't go in no church and preach." You know, because I know at the end of the day, I'm not no saint. You know, I'm not perfect, but I know God, and I know, you know what I'm saying? I know what's real, and I know what God wants. But it's like,
But when he calls you, don't you go hiding because
everybody tell me that. They was like, you really be preaching some real stuff. I read the whole Bible, so I know.
yeah.
I done read that Bible from top.
But
to
I love
bottom.
that you use it in your music and
Yes.
that you're using that, the gift that he's given you,
Right,
whether
right,
it's
right.
through playing an instrument, using your voice, if it's rapping, if it's singing, being on TikTok, whatever it is that you got
Anyway.
going on. Even this interview, I hope the people are inspired by it because I definitely feel like, yes, you understand. You get it.
Most
You're getting
definitely.
it and you're making it and you're doing it.
And I used to be, starting it off, I used to be so impatient.
That's that Capricorn in you.
God worked on me.
Yeah.
I think God had to help me with patience because I was very impatient. The first 3 years of music, I wanted it like this. You know, but I often tell people, slow and steady wins the race. You know, true success really comes through God. And sometimes people rush their success and get it fast and end up failing at a certain point. But it's like with God, things gonna always work out. So it's like, you know, slow and steady. I was taking my time, you know. I had to slow down because I was moving too fast starting off. And I started to notice it like in the 4th year of me doing music. Okay, maybe I did move too fast.
Right.
Because I was excited. So I was just dropping music, not knowing what I was doing. But I was doing it. That was the start of my career. You know, it was just like, even though I didn't have the help, I had to go on YouTube and learn how to drop my music, you know, on different stuff like that. So it's like, that was the start of it. I have a lot of failures. But you got to fail in order to be successful.
That's right.
You have to fail. And you're going to fall a couple times. But you got to keep getting back up and keep going. Most people fail and don't. I want to be that motivation. I want to be that strength for a lot of people that couldn't go, that couldn't do it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's like now I'm working on a brand, Grande.
Okay, talk about that.
Grande clothing. And it's like, it's for the people. And Grande stands for God's Rising, and now I'm demanding everything. So, and it's like the brand for the world, for people. Like I want to bring people back together, like unity through my brand. That's my plan of unifying people. You know, helping people see the truth. You know, just every race, every ethnicity. letting people know we all come from one God. We all come from the same. We all are equal. Nobody's great, nobody's different. So I have great plans with that brand. I'm working with a designer who's going to do me some cool designs. Yep, I got some shirts I'm trying to drop this year, starting off and be on the lookout between February and March.
Right, along with your Slim Simma
Along with my
merchandise.
Slim Simma merch, that's
Yeah,
right. So
yeah.
But I want to put it all together, so we're gonna work on that.
Okay.
Yeah,
All right. Well,
so-
you got my support. I'm getting me a Grande shirt.
Oh yeah, I'll make sure all y'all get one. Yeah,
right,
all the up above family. So most definitely.
Well, I want people to keep up with you, so they can go back and watch that viral video that you had, and people can support your previous work, and of course your work that's coming up, and they can keep track of all the different performances, whether it's in Louisiana here or if it's in New York, wherever it may take you. I want people to keep up with you, so drop them handles. Where can they find you?
And y'all be on the lookout as well, because I think I'm not announcing it, but I'm getting it together. Different cities and states coming up.
Okay.
Yeah, it's time to branch out and do more. But make sure y'all follow me at Slim Simma. That's Slim Simaa with 2 A's, not 2 M's. You can find me on Instagram, Slim Simma, and TikTok, Slim Simma. Facebook, Whitney Denise Bankston. But yeah, make sure y'all looking for me on all platforms. I just dropped a new hit single. That one's going to be big because I'm going to be pushing that one as well. It's called Hands Up.
Yes.
And I know the people love that one. So, yeah, y'all just be on
High
the lookout
energy. Love
year
it.
out. Yeah, most definitely.
All right. Make sure you follow Slim Simma. That is Slim and Simaa on all platforms. So y'all look out, Slim Simma. It's your girl, Jessica Jeanz, and this is Up Above Entertainment.